and all that jazz. All right. So I'm going to go live. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast Uncensored YouTube live stream this Friday, December 10th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. And we're super excited to get this live stream going. I hope everybody can hear us. I am actually going to just test real quick on my phone. I know there's a lot of haters out there that they hate when I do this, but okay, everything is good. I can hear myself. I believe I'm going to be able to hear Sean too, because I can hear him on here. But yeah, so we're super excited. Everybody, just really quickly, we're the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel here, Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to go check out all our videos. We're doing some figure reviews. We have the Uncensored YouTube live streams weekly every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is super exciting. So hit those likes on all the videos we have to offer you. And don't forget to go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at SQDCircleAFP. We are actually going to go live tonight on Instagram as well at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we will be giving away, this is our 3,000 follower giveaway. We will be giving away an SDCC 2019 Mattel WWE Macho Man Slim Jim Macho Man Randy Savage exclusive. So we're super excited to give that away tonight. So if you're watching the live stream now, don't forget to head over to Instagram at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we're going to be giving that figure away. And we had a ton of entries. I'm finishing everything up. I'll have everything ready by 9 p.m. We're going to go live. We're going to give that figure away. And we're getting excited here. We also have a ton of big announcements tonight, because the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast is actually going to have a shop, which we're going to be introducing tonight. And we have it live, but we're not selling anything right now. We're probably just going to start off with non-wrestling figure items, non-action figure items to start. And then maybe we'll get some wrestling figures in there eventually as well for you all. I know it's been tough to find some things, and we want to make sure that everybody has accessibility to wrestling figures. And not only that, but at a great price. So with that said, our guest tonight on the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast YouTube live stream Uncensored is none other than KWK here. All the way from China. This man is up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning in China.
No, wait, 7 right now.
7 in the morning in China to be on with you guys, because we got a lot of announcements. And you know KWK, man. KWK, thank you for being on. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, your social media platforms. I mean, you're just...
I swear to God, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even get up this early.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored. I mean, hey, look, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I mean, you know, we're better than everybody, and everybody knows it. Not really, though. That is just all in good fun. But we have Sean on tonight because we have two really exciting things to show off to you guys, and we'll be bantering off and on too, because you know this is uncensored, so anything goes. Don't forget to write in the chats here if you are viewing right now. Type something in the chats. I'll pose the questions, or any you have questions, whatever, feedback. You want to call us pieces of shit, go right ahead. You will be blocked for it eventually, you know, or get beat up. But nonetheless, please utilize the chat. We want people to be engaging in these YouTube live streams, and we hope everybody has a good time tonight. So Sean, man, big announcement is, I guess to start, is you have these awesome Super 7 figures in hand. I know you just got them from your room. Sean tends to get things ahead of retail because he does live in China. There are Chinese distributors. So guys, look, we're not trying to we're not getting product illegally and trying to show it off illegally in that way. We just want to provide you with the figures. I know the Major Pod got their figures already. So we're going to start off right here, Sean. Hey, what's up, Fabulous Disasters here? Happy Friday, Fabulous Disaster. What's up? So, Sean, you're going to start off.
Yeah.
Good brothers, talking shop. Let's talk some shop, baby. What do you think about these figures?
Well, right here, you got Luke Gallows. And let's see it. I mean, I'll show it and see what you guys think.
It looks good. I mean, you have that Super 7 packaging with that removable kind of topper. Right. And
well, if you look at this, right? If you look at this, there is a removable belt.
That's nice.
That you can actually remove with the logo. Say, I can literally put my hand in there.
Yeah, so it's probably easily slipped off, right? You could easily slip it off.
Yeah.
Right?
I like how it has the bullet holes in there as well. Like, if you look at this.
So
and
Sean, you got the Bullet Club New York shirt on. I am not an NJPW guy. Like, I know a little bit about it. I know a little bit about the Good Brothers and their run in NJPW. Can you talk to that? Can you talk to how, is that bullet or those bullets paying homage to the Bullet Club and stuff like that on that packaging?
Honestly, not really. To me, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because Gallows, a lot of times he had face paint on towards the end of his run in New Japan as well, and it's. I think this is more like a more modern sort of deal. Something that he wears from his shows. Okay. I think that's more like that. I really don't think it was anything that even close to the Bullet Club days. I think probably a little bit more of the time when he was in WWE.
Okay.
Like when he came back with Anderson. That was more like his gear in New Japan.
Gotcha.
So this really, have more to do with his shows than anything else.
So this is Sean's talking about the pay-per-views that they do, right? They do these pay-per-views down in the South. Him and Gallows, Anderson and Gallows do them together.
Right.
And this is based off, then you're saying the talk and shop. I mean, you're not getting then a NJPW Bullet Club and Gallows or Anderson here, correct?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Carl Anderson. Again, with the packaging. Let me try to
different camo on the packaging. The belt will be able to come off and slip off. Can you actually turn the packaging around of the figure? Just the figure packaging.
Oh, the figure. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm interested to see the back of that. Okay, so you do have a beautiful bio there.
That's the bio.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, it's not bad in terms of the figure. I mean, I know how some people were complaining about the head sculpting don't look too well and whatnot, but I think that is pretty much the thing with Western company making some figures that are sculpted.
Yeah.
And no company's freaking perfect, man. I mean, I've always said it's, the most disastrous ones. And again, it's also from Super 7. If you look at the New Japan figures, the coloring is a little bit off, in terms of the skin tone, and some of the faces in terms of paint jobs are not done as well. But then again, if you look back into the old days with the G.I. Joe figures, none of the Asians look right.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. None of them look right.
Yeah.
So at least look at our bright side. I mean, I think these figures look good. They are not as bad as people feel. It's just the fact that they were so used to the whole JAGS real scan technology and whatnot. I mean, even with the old real scan technology or the more modern sort of like Mattel sort of scanning right now. I mean, some of the Mattel ones are pretty messed up too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So,
last week we talked about that, like that Mick Foley WrestleMania figure that they produced, the Mattel. It was, I believe, last year. I mean, that was god awful, that head sculpt, and that was
exactly. So it's not like every single line they look fantastic, even with the real scan technology.
Yeah.
So.
And I think the problem with the Super 7 figures, there are two problems. There's one, the weight on them, and people don't understand that they're extremely smaller company compared to a lot of the larger ones that are producing wrestling figures right now. And then the second one would have to be the price point. And the price point, I mean, you have to really look at all the details in the packaging. I mean, God, they put a removable belt on that packaging. You know what I'm saying? They're giving you so much premium accessories. And also, their soft goods accessories are by far, I believe, some of the best in wrestling figure collecting to date. Probably just as good as the Storm collectible stuff. So you guys have to take all that into consideration when you're going in for the Super 7 product, and they have to balance it out, and it's made to order. And there's a lot of variables involved here with all of this. And I think personally, you're getting actually a lot of value for the price because they're not Hot Toys and they're not Mattel. They're kind of right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sean popped out real quick, guys. It's okay. He's going to come back on. I think he's got.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries. So I think that's what we were saying, Sean. We were saying like they're kind of like, they're kind of mid-market. They're like, they're not Mattel. You're not going to get like a Mattel product, and you're not going to get like a Medicom Mafex, or you're not going to get like a Hot Toys, but you get something like right in the middle,
Right.
Yeah. Your video.
I do agree.
Your video went off there, Sean. What's up with that?
Well, I don't know what happened. It just suddenly went off. I'm sure I'll be back on soon.
Okay.
I'm hoping.
Okay.
I think my VPN went off. That's why. So.
All right.
Let me try to fix it.
Yeah. See if if you had to fix that, would be great. If not, it's okay. I know I would love to see what we have planned for the rest of the YouTube live stream, because I definitely want to show these these beautiful, beautiful things that we have in store later today. But for now, what I'll do is just pull this up right here for all you viewers. Give me 1 second. Hold on. So I'm going to pull this up in our little browser feature here.
All right, I'm back on.
Awesome.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries, dude. I understand. It's a different platform in China. I think everybody needs to be cognizant of that. So, the Squared Circle Action Figure podcast, really quickly, I just put it up here for all our viewers tonight, has a website. It's sqdcircleafp.com. So we have the domain name www.sqdcircleafp.com. So obviously Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast store. We're creating a store. This is very exciting. And if you continue to follow along, we'll tell you why we're creating the store in a bit. But for now, we'll get back to what we're talking about, the Super 7 figures. Amazing figures, though. I think they did an incredible job. I do feel that the faces are a little soft. Like you said, like the face, the sculpts and everything. It's a little bit of a softness in the face where it's kind of, you're not going to get the wrinkles.
Okay, this is the Brian Myers.
Oh, there you go. Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, Brian Myers. Scratch that figure itch. Yeah. Beautiful. Again,
they have the removable belt, as you can see.
Yep, and it's going to be a different color Major Wrestling Figure Podcast title for each of them.
I mean, the thing that I like about the Major Figure Podcast ones, though, is that each one of them, they have a minifigure inside. So if you can see this right here.
Yeah, we can see it. How detailed is that minifigure? That was what I was questioning.
I would say for tiny figure, like it's literally smaller than the size of my pinky.
Wow.
It's pretty damn detailed.
Really? Really? Okay, I'm
Yeah,
surprised about that. Okay, that's what I was wondering, whether or not it was detailed, whether or not, it kind of
and
had.
it's the same thing with Cardona as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know Cardona wanted more images for me, and I said no.
Well, I think he's going through quality control right now, So
Yeah,
I think he wants to make sure
got
that
the money as well.
yeah, he's got the LI, the money. He looks great.
Yeah, I think this is probably the best figure in the set.
There you go. And we all
Yeah,
know that he definitely had a lot of influence and he had a lot of feedback. He gave a lot of feedback to the company to make sure his figure was perfect. And Matt
right.
is very, very, very focused on attention to detail. So that's cool. So that's your favorite figure of the set, or what do you think is your favorite figure?
Despite my love-hate relationship with Cardona, his figure is probably the best looking of the bunch.
Yeah.
And I'll be straight and honest. I mean, I'm not knocking the guy whatsoever, but this particular figure looks good.
Great.
Yeah.
That's fun to hear. So yeah, I mean, what else is in the pipeline for you? Have you got anything recently? Have you got anything in as far as figures that you really like right now, other than the Super 7 stuff? Or
Well, I have something come in, but I don't mind spoiling it. I found an LJ and Sandra Slaughter figure. The Hasbro mail away one.
yeah,
In Japan, and I ended up picking it up for about for what was it, $40 US, loose, great condition,
good.
and that figure is like what, 600 to $1,000 US.
Yeah, it's probably about 1,000. In good condition,
Yeah,
you're looking at paying $1,000. Yeah, so that's a great find.
yeah. I was like, whoa, I saw that. I was like, oh, instantly, I got to get it. So
Yeah.
it's on its way. Should be here next week.
Wonderful. Have you been excited about any of the other kind of sub lines in the U.S.? Like, obviously, we have the Junk Shop Dog line, the Sofubi Pro Wrestling
Yeah.
figure line. We have the Zombie Sailor line, Heels and Faces. You have Chella Toys just announced.
Well,
today.
here's my problem with the Zombie Sailor Toys figures, that they are not too friendly with Australians or even some of the outside of the U.S. borders, because of the way that they want things to be purchased. And, it's very difficult for, say, for example, for me, I'm out in China, to actually order anything from Zombie straight up.
Yeah.
Because there's a totally, you mentioned earlier about two different systems, like different payment systems and whatnot. Chella has been great with me. Like, the first time when I ordered from Chella, they didn't have the shipping to China option. And I said to them right away, I said, look, man, there's no shipping option to China. Is there any way that you guys could fix it? Within 30 minutes, they fixed it for me. And, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that's ordering from China.
Yeah. Well,
and they did that.
Are the figures being produced in China? I'm assuming they are, right? Or are they being produced?
I'm assuming they are, but the thing is that unless you have a specific factory information.
Yeah.
And I don't mind buying it from the UK, or anywhere for that matter. That.
Yeah.
As long as I get it.
Yeah.
And like I said, Chella has been great, and there's something I'm talking to them about as well. So we'll see how things are going to go.
Yeah. And I actually, so the wrestling trader in the UK, I believe it's an online based retail shop, is actually going to be selling, or is currently selling, the Al Snow with head exclusive. And I love what they did.
I just contacted them.
Yeah, I just ordered it. I mean, so two figures.
They don't have ship to China option. I talked to them. I said, look, Look, you don't have the China option. Is there any way I can buy it? So I'm waiting on the reply. I think they just messaged me back while I'm talking to you right now. So after the show, I'll have to check.
Yeah, check it out because I was lucky to get shipping to the U.S. and I paid for with shipping for 2 figures. I paid, I believe it was like $100 or something like that. So I mean, again, it's a situation. Barbara, yeah, I'm sorry about the tech, but I mean, hey, thanks for sticking with us, guys. And again, Fabulous Disaster, whoever's in here, if you want to talk, you want to chat it up with us, please use the chat. We want to continue to be, we continue to be active with you guys. We want you guys active in the chat, even if there's 1 or 2 people. Just let's go, let's do it. But yeah, I love the variant card art. I did like the. And I haven't got those 2 yet, and I tried to contact them directly because I don't want to pay another $30 or 30 GBP shipping charge on another order. I want to just add those 2 onto my order. So we'll see if they get back to me. But that the variant card art was great because I got the FOMO really early in the morning, and I was very busy, and I'm like, oh my God, they're on. And then I just ordered 2 versions of the regular card, and then later on in the day I saw that they had the other ones available too. But anyway, so you're getting some of the cellist stuff. You can't get the zombie stuff. Dude, if you need zombie stuff, let me know. I'll send it
cool,
to you.
perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll need that Danhausen.
Okay, I'll get one for you, no problem.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and I got the Danhausen. I'm not a big fan of actually Danhausen as the wrestler or the gimmick, but I do want to support him. I feel bad for him.
I find it fun. I know it's a really quirky sort of gimmick, but there are not many like that now.
No.
So it despite the fact that he waits he's a really, really puny sort of guy, but it's just fun looking at him. Unlike say, for example, I know if I'm saying this, some people will get really upset with me, but say for example, like Young Bucks, man, like, God, awful to me, like as far as I'm concerned.
Oh wait, what'd you say there? What'd you say there? The what?
Awful.
The Young Bucks?
Young Bucks.
Oh, yeah. Come on. They're my guys.
Oh. Well, you know what? Take the ring gear I have on them.
I'll take it.
I have a set. Pay up.
I love what the Young Bucks are doing right now. And yes, so the 2-week pre-order, Black Friday, 10 a.m. Here's the Danhausen figure. So I will get one for you after this live stream because it's still.
Give me two.
All right, yeah. So it's still available. I'll get you 2. Yeah. Look, I like the guy, and again, that's why I'm putting him. I like the whole idea of it all. I think he's really into it, and he very rarely breaks the kayfabe, which is fun. But again, it's a situation where I think it's also very, very, very too quirky in some respects. But so yeah, the Young Bucks I absolutely love right now. And then this is the Wrestling Trader UK. I think this is. I just want to put this up for everybody right now. But the Young Bucks I think are doing great. So they do, Wrestling Trader ships to the U.S. So you got the Al Snow, and again, I love this variant here, and it looks like it's still available with the head and the Help Me and the Al Snow autograph.
If they allow me to get it, I'll most likely get 2 of each.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to now. Like I may have to just put another order together, and it's gonna suck to pay the shipping, but it's pre-order, so I think this is gonna be a made to order. I don't think this is going out of stock, guys. It looks like everything is still available to add to cart. So I don't think there's going to be a sellout. I think this is going to be more like a zombie system that they're implementing. And I don't know. I didn't like this artwork as much as I did actually the other stuff. But PayPal.
The figure actually looks big, though. Have you realized?
Yes. So what I do agree with you there, Sean, is I don't like the sculpt on this figure at all. I don't. I thought they didn't do a good job, and I don't know if they're rushing it or what, but I agree. I think the figure's too wide.
I think it's too tall. for even retro style figure.
Could be too tall. I thought it was too wide, and I actually the head is not my favorite head. I thought they should have went with a like an old school BCA style with the hair that's actually like soft goods hair or whatever.
Right.
Or like yeah, like I don't know.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I still have that head, right? And I'm gonna tell you, the head with that hair can be really, really messy over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not it's not a really durable sort of toy in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I have my opinions. This is just my opinions on the figure. It's funny you mentioned it as well. That's why I'm just bringing it up here. I do think the figure's big, and he just to me looks, I think, wide more than tall. He is too wide.
I think he's too tall because if you look at the logo, like the head is slowly covering the logo.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Al is not that big. I mean, I've done an interview with him like over 10 years ago. And, the guy is not tall. The guy's actually shorter than me.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm 6'3".
Yeah. See, I think people don't understand that back in this day, he wasn't as buff as he is now. And I think they're trying to build this figure off of his physique now, where he is very big and buff, and I mean he's swole.
Oh, dude, he's
jacked, yeah, whatever you want to call it. So, hey, look, I'm getting it. I'm in for 2 of the regular version already. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm saying don't get this figure. We're just trying to provide some constructive criticism, right? And I mean, hey, look, Hasbro's back in the day weren't always accurate either. So I guess that's what they're kind of going for or something. So, that's fine. You did see, I'm assuming. And again, there's very limited photos of this, but the Dynamite Kid is in stock. I'll have that in my hands hopefully by tomorrow or the next day.
Well, I'm waiting for mine, so I ordered 3.
I think I ordered 3 as well. I don't know. I definitely ordered 2. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about this, man? I got this up for everybody.
I love it. I love how they are adding more accessories to these figures, especially cloth accessories, to make them, more authentic, so to speak. Unlike the old Hasbro ones that if you'll be lucky if you even got an accessory back in the day. Let's be honest. But with the Chella Toys line, they are really upping the game. To me anyway. The quality is better. I mean, let's be honest. In comparison to the first couple of ones, man. Like, I mean, I know they were the first ones, and they weren't really that great. I still bought them anyway.
Yep.
But if you look at the latest ones, like this one for example, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
And you look at the face and whatnot, it actually looks like Dynamite Kid.
I know. I love that has the scars on his forehead too, which is really good. That's nice attention to detail there. I do like the slick back hair as well. I was so surprised that we were getting a cape because I didn't think we were going to get that, and I don't think it was announced unless it just slipped my.
I don't think it was. No.
And when I actually saw this, and I was like, dude, I mean, you get a cape and a dog accessory for $30. I think I paid $30 a figure. It may have been 25 or $30. I don't know, but because I got it from JB Toys, and I was just like, that is value right there. $30 shipped. I mean, come on. There's a lot of value there, Sean.
That's actually cheaper than how much I got mine for, because the shipping to China is actually way higher.
Yeah.
I think mine every single time for my order. I think it comes at about 60 pounds. So you're looking at what, about, I don't know, something like 20 something dollars or close to $30 a figure in terms of shipping.
The only criticism that I have with the mid-on card display for this figure, I don't like how the cape is actually bunched up around the head, and I don't know if you can see this in that photo. That is my only gripe with that, and that's just me being picky, right? I mean, at that point.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, man, you know what? How long have we been waiting for a freaking Dynamite Kid Hasbro style figure? Like, we've been waiting for it for years. You know, honestly, I'll take anything.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And as far as mint on cut display is concerned, man, you know, I can just put them into my figure bodyguards, so they will look good.
What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. Figure what? I don't even know what that
figure
is.
Bodyguards.
Oh, jeez. Sean is pushing me along here. He's like, "Oh, you gotta talk about these figure bodyguards before I go back to sleep before work." Oh man. Well, hey, look, it's been, I think, personally, for wrestling figures, one of the best years for action figures in general. I think if you're a collector, I mean, one of the best years.
Right.
We're actually in December now. We're headed towards the last, holiday. You guys are headed into Chinese New Year. Before we get to the guards, what do you think? What some of your favorite figures this year? What did you really like? Whether it be from Jazzware's AEW line, even I know you're not a fan. You're not a big fan of Mattel anymore. But even from the Mattel WWE line, they did produce some really great Ultimate Edition figures this year. You got Chilla, you got all this stuff. What were some of your favorite figures this year, Sean?
Oh, this year. See, I've been chasing a lot more vintage stuff this year.
Okay.
To be honest. But I really like the Bruiser Brody figure that Junk Shop Dog was making, especially the limited edition one, the silver one. The silver trade version limited to 220. That was really cool. Yeah. I bought the regular version of Hao Ming in Japan because his version would come with a T-shirt. It's like really, really beautiful box, and you have the figure in there, also the T-shirt in there. It's like a whole freaking package. It's really lovely. I really like how that was whole set up, and like once it came out, I was like, wow, this is grand. Like, like it they put a lot of heart into it, as far as I'm concerned. And I like these smaller companies now more so than the big companies, because at the end of the day, the big companies are more looking for, the big bucks. So they will be overproducing a lot of times. I mean, Jazzware hasn't got there yet, in terms of seriously overproducing. But, for Mattel, though, boy, the overproduction is just, not for me. But I really did like the Andre the Giant Master of the WWE figure. That really, they really put a certain touch to it to make it bigger. I know you just got yours.
I did.
Right?
I have it right here. Hold on.
Yeah.
So I do. I have it right here.
Yeah. I mean, they made it specifically bigger.
Yeah.
And it looked fantastic.
So I don't know if you could see this, but in the box, it's so big that his boots are not on his legs in the packaging.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to take more photos tomorrow, but I don't know. I'm trying to put this as close to my screen as possible, but you can see on the bottom that his feet are not on his legs because he's so big, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'll take more photos. I'll show you some more photos too. But I agree with you. It's such a great figure. He's got his actual boots wrapped up in plastic in the actual packaging, but it's a really nice figure. And look, These will be out, guys, in stores shortly around the U.S. They're dropping in California, Kentucky, Michigan. They're just starting to hit the East Coast now. Distribution has been extremely slow due to the pandemic and due to port problems. There's a lot of port problems. There's a lot of strikes happening abroad and overseas. Sorry, abroad and domestically. So just be patient. I paid up a little bit, but I didn't pay $600 for this set. I paid very, very less. I paid, I believe, when it was all said and done, about $40 a figure, and I'm happy to know that I have them at $40 a figure, which I don't think is bad.
It's not bad. I know a guy who had 3 sets because he lived out in California, and he was telling me, he was like, do you think I should sell them for $700 each? I was like, if someone's paying you $700 for a whole set, freaking do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, freaking do it. It was like, oh, I got these guys that want to buy it. I wanted to sell them for $750. I was like, dude, these are going to be out everywhere.
Yeah, and just to real quickly, I mean, and this is the funniest thing about it. I'm going to pull it up here. I don't know if you know this store in the U.S., Big Bad Toy Store. It's one of my favorite toy shops to go on. They had these up for pre-order. They sold out instantly, obviously, but they may even come back up here, guys. So you got to keep let's see if they're still here. They may even be on this site again if they bought excess stock. Yeah, they're all sold out, but you can see here that they had them up for pre-order, and it was $69.99 for the set. How awesome was that? If you got a part of that, good luck, guys. If you got into this for $69.99, you won. That was a good deal for you all. So I mean, I hope somebody.
I do agree.
I hope somebody took advantage of that. Really, I do. And my favorite figure of the set actually is this Bret Hart. I love the sword he comes with. I think it's so cool. I got this up.
I think the outfit was based on Triclops, right?
I am not a Motu guy, but
I am. Yeah, it's based off Triclops.
Okay, so it is the Triclops. Yeah. I know that when Steve was on one of his interviews, he said sometimes they will be strictly based off of a character, and sometimes they will just be an interpretation of that character. So pretty interesting. What I find interesting is about this promo image here where he doesn't have the glasses on in the packaging. So I'm wondering if this is going to come like this from Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know. It's probably not, but I know the one I have has his glasses on inside the packaging.
Oh, so variant.
Could be a variant right there, guys. Just to look out. I mean, now this is promo. This is probably a sample image here, but you never know. And then you got the JYD here, which is also a beautiful figure.
Oh, it looks fun.
It's so fun. What do you think about the new Superstars line that's going to be coming out? So, I mean, this is going to be the replacement for this line. It'll just be strictly wrestling. Do you like it? What are your thoughts?
Well, if you look at it, if you look at it, it's actually a closer resemblance to the AWA Ramco line. I think a lot of these toy companies now, they are bringing back a certain retro style of figures to increase sales, because I think a lot of times some toy companies are running out of ideas, or some of them that can actually match with some of the older lines, to bring back that sort of nostalgia.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. In fact, if you look at the prototype image, in particular, that Hulk Hogan, it looks great. I mean, I don't know if they're going to make the Flair or if they're still going to be releasing the Bray Wyatt, but, those two look interesting. Honky Tonk Man, wow.
I know. I know. With the cloth goods, and I have it right here. I mean, this is just a photo from somebody's website, but, I mean,
I don't know if they're going to release Flair and Bray, but, if they do, I mean, great, I mean, I'm not really into the main lines anymore, simply because I've mentioned before, because of the overproduction. But with the more sort of nostalgia sort of product, I mean, at this point in time, I think it is more of a collector thing now in terms of the figures with more nostalgia.
Yeah.
The newer stuff, though, I mean, it's starting to becoming it's more for kids, as far as Mattel's concerned, anyway.
I think for Mattel, that is the case because, like you said, how many rehashes am I going to have of a figure? And not only that, again, it's just I don't want a lot of the elites coming out. I just don't. And like you said,
Right.
I mean, heck, I've even said this in the past. Like last week we had Fig Hill on. If you're a parent out there and you can spend $20 a figure on your child, go right ahead.
Right.
Buy them up. I'm not saying anything. Go buy them. They're great figures. They're realistic. They have great articulation. The funniest thing about this stuff, these superstars, this is everything I want, right? You get soft goods, you get belts, you get accessories, you get everything, and it's only like what, $15 or something. Like this is a dream come true, I think, for us old school collectors, right? Really, it is, Sean. It's like a dream come true. And it's a different scale. Gosh, I'm so happy that we're getting a different scale,
I mean, I've always thought about it. I mean, maybe, just maybe, is something that I've been thinking of. Is like maybe one day I'll just try to bring back the character product line. Maybe.
Yeah. And character product is CaraPro, and we've always talked about that here on the podcast and on our YouTube channel. But yeah, you look at some of these images of the Honky Tonk Man. I mean, what an incredible figure. And I hope they do the Ric Flair. I mean, I believe Elite Series 91 is going to have Ric Flair in it, which is an interesting series for pre-order here on Ringside Collectibles. Oh, 92. I'm sorry, it's going to be 92 if my memory serves correct. And this is an interesting series because you're getting all these guys that, I mean, you're getting, well, The Fiend is a WWE trademarked character, so you're going to get the Burnt Fiend, you're going to get this Ric Flair here, you're going to get the Adam Cole. Who knows? You get the Scarlet too, the Scarlet Bordeaux.
I mean, majority of them are either released or just walked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's like a former WWE series.
How crazy!
Like former WWE Superstar series, straight up.
Yeah. So let's cross our fingers for the Walmart Superstars. Let's cross our fingers that Bray and that Ric Flair are there, because that Ric Flair is going to be sick. And yeah, we'll see what happens though. But again, what a time to be a wrestling figure collector, really, when you look at it. You can't complain. And this is something I can get behind with Mattel. The funniest thing about this Bray Wyatt figure, he looks so much like Michael PSA's, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, if you look at the entire outfit as well, it's not just it's not just that. If you put the face paint on him, right, he'll look like Papa Shango.
Yeah. So for customizers, this is a great figure to have right here.
Right.
And that's another thing, we don't look at it. These figures, these superstar figures, I think will also have all the removable options like the regular WWE Motu stuff, the Masters of the WWE Universe. So you're going to be able to, I think, pull their legs off, pull their hands off, pull all this stuff and kind of have fun with it, So for customizers, it could be a dream come true too.
See, I didn't quite like the whole Masters of the Universe, mixing with WWE. The whole idea.
Okay.
I know why. I know why Mattel did it that way, but I kind of feel doing it like this is much better. That's just my opinion.
I think they wanted to do it to make the case that there's a market for this stuff, and
right.
I didn't mind them doing it because like you said, we know why they did it. I had Fig Hill on last week. He's a big Motu guy. I mean, He-Man and Hulk Hogan are synonymous. I mean, He-Man is a blonde hair guy with muscles in tights, right? So, I mean, it's a situation where, you know, like there's a lot of crossover. If you watched He-Man when you were a kid, you kind of watched wrestling too. So I kind of got that, you know? So, but to have these are incredible. And, yeah, I think we have a very awesome 2022 headed our way. So, Sean, let's get to the nitty gritty here. I mean, we're about, let's see. What's up, Camille? VOT, I don't know, VOTFY? What is VOT? Uh-oh. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know, video. It's weird. Hold on one second. Open window, stream health, error. It's poor. I don't know why it's poor right now. This is the guys and gals. You just gotta bear with us. I don't understand why they're not receiving video. We have a ton of video coming here, and my stream was super healthy until now, and now it's not. I don't know really what to do. Hold on, guys. Let me see what happens here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Fabulous says it looks fine. I am getting an error, though, Fabulous, which is interesting. Can you hear us okay, Fabulous? That's what I want to know. Are we crazy, or do we look weird? Are we not, I am getting an error, which is interesting. I've never got this error before.
Maybe it's me.
Could be. I don't think so, though. Fabulous is on. He's saying it's looking fine. I don't really like to touch any of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Usually it works itself out. But let me know, Fabulous. What do you think? What's going on here? Can you hear us? My video looks great. Loud and clear. Okay, so we're going to go with it. The stream status, I mean, he's like loud and clear. Thank you. Sorry, Camellia. I apologize, for it. But, so we're going to get to the nitty gritty. We're about, what are we here? I don't even know how long we're into this. About an hour or so, probably a little less than that. We were on prior to this. 47 minutes. Yep, we're about an hour in. So everybody, sorry if the stream settings are weird for you right now. Fabulous says he can hear us loud and clear and that there are no stream problems. I hope it just worked itself out. And with that said, so we had KWK come on because we have a partnership with KWK moving forward. It's going to be really, really fun. And I think you all guys are going to love what we have in store for you. And that is going to be the introduction of some really, really sick and new figure bodyguards or protectors. They're figure protectors. And I just wanted to show, obviously, your post here, KWK_Sean on Instagram. You can see these AEW figures stacked beautifully here. And that's what we're going to be offering you guys. Hold on one second. I got to get this on the screen here. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be offering you guys. We are going to have the KWK figure bodyguards. We're going to be a distributor and retailer of them in the U.S., Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. We love the AEW, the Jazzwares AEW figure line so much. We wanted to give you better figure protectors. And dude, look at that 1 of 3,000 Lance Archer there in that figure protector. So just to let you all know a little bit about the product, this was made by KWK. He did a ton of research on plastics, on UV protection, etc. You're basically getting an acrylic style case that could be done in 2 ways. So KWK, explain a little bit about the process to everybody here on the live stream and everybody on YouTube. And the floor is yours, man. They look phenomenal.
Okay, so basically it's this. The whole idea is to create something that is an alternative for acrylic cases, because I know there are people who wants high quality product But at the same time, they're looking at, damn, acrylic cases, man, prices are pretty high for acrylic cases. So I decided to work with a factory in China and produce these. And besides AEW ones, there's also the retro / Hasbro style cases as of now. I do have thoughts about making others, so we'll see how that goes down the line. But with these, if you can look at it, they look essentially like a figure in acrylic case. But it's not just that. I also have the clamshell inside. What happens is the clamshell is going to make sure the figure is properly protected. And not only that, it helps correcting whatever sort of like bending and whatnot with the figure. One thing that I have realized from some of the other products out there is that the clamshell is not really done well, and it squeezes the box inside, so it causes creasing, it causes all these kind of stuff. But with the figure bodyguards, it's not going to happen. And one specific thing that I have done is to make sure the inside where they hang apart here is fully protected to a point where it will help straighten up. Because a lot of times, and especially from what I've seen in China, is that the hang apart is never straight. That some of them are bent inside, some of them are bent outwards, and that really came to an idea for me to go, okay, you know what, I really need to fix this. So as you can see, that's how it looks right now.
Yeah, Sean, can you actually take the figure out of the outer shell real quick for us just to show?
Well, here's the thing: once you put it into the box, it locks right in. So if you can see here,
okay, the
lock part is actually pretty big. So when you put it in, you have to actually push it inside. So this will just stay as that because it provides a full protection like that. The clamshell itself is not UV protected, but you can choose to hang it. Whereas the outside box is UV protected, protected up to UV 70. So you won't get the sunlight damage and things like that. There will be these protective layers when they come in, so you have to peel them up.
Yep.
But like I said, man, this is really good. Look at this. You're basically looking at a full protection, similar to acrylic case style, but at the same time, it provides you with more options to whether to hang them or to stack them. And this stacking part, man, it's even better for some because I know how some people are like, oh man, I need to put them into shelves and whatnot. But with the stacking capability, you really don't even need to buy a shelf. All you need is just a floor and a wall, and just like boom, here we go. And from what I gather, I'm pretty sure that these can stack up to maybe 4 to 5 stories. Yeah, okay. Without falling down.
Without falling down, without hurting the product inside, because you have that inner clamshell that's protecting your figures, right, which is great. And as Sean said, it's a 2-part system. So Sean, let me ask you this.
Right.
I have not looked at the dimensions in hand yet. I will have these hopefully in hand in about 2 weeks or so. Not for sale, just the in-hand ones, so I can take more photos and I can do a video of how you just.
I'll send them to you on Monday.
Oh!
So you'll most likely get them on like what? I'm hoping if DHL is fast enough, it'll be Friday.
Maybe Friday, yeah. And I will do a video. I'll show you how to load something in. I'll show you everything. As Sean said, They're going to be a little difficult to get out, I'm assuming, once they're in there, because that's what you want. You want to keep them in there. You don't really want to take them out afterwards. However, we'll do all the tests. We'll show you all how to put them in. The greatest thing about this, as I was saying, is you have options. So you have the inner clamshell, which can be hung if you like to hang it on pegs. If you want to throw it on your wall and hang it up, you can do that. You know, like I know people put the pins on the wall and they want to hang them everywhere and all that jazz. If you want them also protected, now you can do that. You can put them on pegs if you're a wrestling collector or wrestling figure shop or anything. The options are unlimited as far as just the inner clamshell. And in the inner clamshell, you don't get all the bending, as we previously said, about other products in the marketplace and all that stuff. So it's gonna fit all of the AW unrivaled collection and unmatched collection figures. Now you're gonna get a second outer protective clamshell, right? That you put in. It's up to UV70 protected. So trust me, your figures are not going to get a suntan, guys and gals, all right? They're not going to get a suntan. And not only that, if you wanted to just take that outer clamshell and use it for another figure that fits in there, you can. You may be able to fit something else in there, like a classic superstar figure, an unmatched Fury figure. We're going to get the exact dimensions from you. This will all be available to you, so you have dimensions of what you know, what you can fit in there. I mean, shoot. You may even be able to get like real Ghostbusters figures in there or Silverhawks figures or something like that. Once we get those dimensions, we'll let you know. And at least you have two options now. So it's a 2-in-1 option. The pricing is going to be ridiculous. We're talking about it's not going to be on the low end. It's not going to be on the high end of acrylic cases. We're looking at the cost right now. It's going to be right in the middle, though. I guarantee that. And it's going to be awesome, an awesome, awesome option for every hashtag MOC for life, MIB for life collector out there, baby.
I do agree. I mean, you know, I look at a lot of the products out there that I really don't think they are protective enough for men's on card. You know, I've heard some people complain about clamshells and whatnot. And that's why I came up with the idea of the figure bodyguards, because initially my plan was not to do a box. I wasn't. Initially, my plan was not. Initially, I had a plan of doing an extra clamshell and just cup it. But after talking to the factory, it turns out it doesn't work that way. So it doesn't leave me much of a choice. And, you know, eventually I thought about it. I'll go, okay, you know what? Why don't we go with boxes? And it comes out great. Even the retro ones, the retro style ones are really, really good as well. We
haven't even said anything about that, because I'm so hyped on the Jazzware AW product, because we know all you Jazzware AW collectors out there that are mitten box, mitten on card collectors are really yearning for a box, a protector, a guard, a bodyguard that can protect your figure. So,
and not squeeze your figure.
Not squeeze it to oblivion. And we got that option for you. But we have the retro, Sean. Sean's got the retro. So, retro, Hasbro. Do they fit Galoobs? What do they fit?
Yes, they will fit Galoobs. They will fit Cella. I would assume that they will fit the zombie line as well, because I actually have them made slightly bigger, so you know, to fit across those lines. And again, it will be the same thing. You have the clamshell on the inside, and also you'll have the box on the outside as well. Again, is UV70 protected, so you know the whole thing. I think there's a picture somewhere on my Instagram that they are stacked up.
Yep.
I took the picture in my office. So, yeah, I mean, you know, that's something that people haven't thought of, you know, and to me is that, you know, instead of just doing an acrylic case, you know, you have the clamshell at the same time. with the casing outside to protect it,
Sean,
you know, it's probably way better, in my opinion.
It is way better. It's the best of both worlds. And I think what's so key to this as well, and people don't realize, is if you just have inner clamshells or just a regular clamshell protecting your wrestling figures, they have all those creases and everything, right? And even if you're displaying them, let's say in your room or on a bookshelf or whatever, they get dusty and you got to clean them and dust them all the time. And sometimes the dust get in those crevices and stuff like that. With the KWK figure bodyguards in the outer box, that box is going to be so easy to wipe down. It's just going to be easy to dust. You're not going to have to get in all the cracks and crevices or anything like that. And not only that, it's great for a figure like the AEW where you can do bookshelf, where you just want to put them on a bookshelf and you want to pull them out and you want to look at them, display them, take photos of them and everything like that. Boom, it's right there. Bookshelf design. I love it. Love it. So what do we do? When do these launch?
Well, these are shipping out to you next week.
Oh, geez, next week.
I'm shipping them out to you next week. You already talked to the factory. Just waiting for you to give me the info.
So, guys, what'll happen here is there will be some avenues that you'll be able to get these protectors abroad, obviously. We are not going to service people abroad here at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. We will be servicing everybody domestically in the U.S. and Canada. So we can do that for you all. No problem. You will also eventually find these in your favorite action figure stores and wrestling figure stores, hopefully across the country sooner than later. That's our goal. However, the main source, and we just launched the website this week, it's sqdcircleafp.com. That is going to be the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast shop. You're going to be able to find all of these on here. It's a seamless experience. I'm creating the website as we speak, and you can see that up here right now on the screen. We're going to have KWK Figure Bodyguards as number one. Eventually, we may do some figures as well, but it'll be easy. It'll be a click experience. You go, you want 50, we'll give you 50. You want 12, we'll give you 12. And again, we don't have any pricing just yet. We do have a little bit, of the description here. We'll put some videos up. We'll put better photos up eventually once I get some and these aren't samples. What Sean just showed you right now, what KWK just showed you right now, is the final product. These are produced, guys. There's no waiting. We will have the only waiting will be to get from China to the U.S. and I have a good logistic. It's not going to take us long, I don't think, and we're not going to be held up in L.A., I don't think. So, with that said, I'll have the final product in hand, hopefully by the end of next week. At the latest, just prior to Christmas, we'll be launching pre-orders, hopefully by January 1st. And guys and gals, let's be excited because I can't wait to get some AEW Jazzwares AEW figure bodyguards by KWK. And not only that, retro ones too. So we will have the retro option too. I'm not poo-pooing the retro here. I'm just excited because I love AEW. I love Jazzwares. And I got all these figures here that don't have any protection and won't have any protection because my AEW case is filled right now. Okay. I have a Sammy here autographed, not even in a protector because I don't want it crushed. It's just sitting up here. It's waiting on my KW case. I got some beautiful Hasbros right here, guys, that don't even have any acrylics because I'm waiting on my KWK. That's a purple card razor, which is, Sean, you can't find them that pretty anywhere.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah. The carding is beautiful.
Beautiful. And I even got a beautiful no official Brutus the Barber Beefcake here. That's pretty nice too.
That's a nice card too.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect all Series 1. The only ones I need are the Smash, the Macho, the Akeem, and that's it. And I have all of them mint on card in pretty decent condition. But anyway, So I will be putting those into my KWK figure body cards, exclusively sold at this point at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast Shop. Again, that's sqdcircleafp.com. And man, I'm super excited, Sean. Thank you so much for
for outside of the U.S. By the way, let me finish that one.
Oh, yep,
for me, for outside of the U.S. and Canada, then at this point in time, you can contact me directly, and we can work something out.
Awesome. So there you go, guys and gals, and there will be availability through other places, so don't worry about that. We will give you all the details. We don't want to sit here and try to, we don't want to like corner the marketplace or anything like that. We want to make sure that everybody has great wrestling figure bodyguards for everybody. We want this product out there, because I think Sean was so passionate. He realized that, look, some people don't want the dirt cheap stuff. Some people don't want to spend super, super tons of money on things. There's a mid-market here, and he's created something I think fantastic.
I mean, to me, was that I started thinking about this back in January. And, I really started putting this to work in August. And, I've dealt with several different factories, and some of them were not too kind, I have to say. And, some of them were pretty half-ass about it. And, eventually I found this factory that really worked with me. All the tiny bit of details that went into this whole process. I mean, I even sent them the actual figure for them to actually make it work, because I want to make sure that it's done right. So, once it comes out, man, I literally just got it less than 24 hours. Yep. The AEW ones. And right away, I took a couple home and I put them all together, and I'm like, whoa, this is good. Because it really looks like, for something like this, and to make it, something so close to looking like the actual acrylic case. And it's pretty damn durable as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at that thing.
Look at it. I'm literally punching it, and look, no dent.
They look beautiful. They look beautiful.
So your figure will definitely be protected. I'm knocking it like I'm really fisting it too.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
And it's not, it's not something like, oh, you just like, oh, punch it, it's like, boom, pop. Or like you punch it, oh, damn, the entire figure is like shoved in. No, it's not. It's really durable. So
awesome.
This is good.
Yeah, and just to let everybody know, at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast Shop, you will be buying these as a set, obviously. I'm telling you, be happy with the set. There's so much you can do. I think it's just a great thing to have that UV protection on there. And as Sean said, durability is crazy awesome. Again, sending the figure in is key to make sure it fits that clamshell properly, that inner clamshell properly. And that's what he did. He is the mastermind on this all. So I want to thank you for actually giving the consumer another option out there, because I think it's been, us mid-on card collectors. Sean, I got the mid-on card for life, t-shirt. We're going to be we're going to be wearing those to the cows come home if these figure protectors do very well, and I think they will. These KWK bodyguards, figure bodyguards, and yeah. So I'm so happy. Thank you for doing all the research and getting that made. And who knows? Maybe we'll make action figures next. Who knows?
Thank you for working with me. I know it hasn't been easy.
Oh, it's been very easy, very easy. No, look, it's a process, and I think the rollout's going to be. Look, it's never going to be smooth, but it'll be as smooth as we can make it. We'll get it together. We'll get you all your figure bodyguards. You're lucky I'm in logistics and shipping, and I know how to pack out to people. I have this all down, guys. See, this This is what I kept telling everybody, and I'm in another industry which I do the exact same thing. So you will get your product. You're guaranteed. I have a Shopify website and platform. It's going to be a seamless experience for everybody. And I'm just so happy to provide somebody with a quality product, because I know it's a quality product. I don't even have it in my hand right now, and I knew that you were doing it. It was going to be a quality product because your attention to detail and your thoughtfulness of everything, and your eye, and you have such a keen eye for these things. I knew it was going to be an exceptional thing. That's why I got on board. I was like, I have to do it. I have to do this.
There's one thing that I do have to say. I have to thank my wife for it, because she, I told her about this, and she was like, yeah, go ahead, do it. Why not? Like, she usually wouldn't agree with half the stuff that I want to do. And this is one of those where she was like, do it.
Yeah. Like,
straight away. I mean, I told you before the show comes on, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
And, I do have to say, she has been really supportive over the last 2-3 years, in terms of whether it is me collecting or, some of the stuff, some of the new ventures that I go into. And, this is pretty much the first shot of the KWK brand. And, I'm glad that you are partnering up with me to actually make this work as well. And, it's, I can't show how much I have in terms of the gratitude towards it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think this is really a story that we preach on this podcast a lot, and it's coming together as a community, right? Like, I always say that the people involved in the community are doing the best work sometimes. And whether that be a Cello, or you being a fan of Zombie and what he's doing, and Josh, and even the Major Wrestling Figure podcast and the Bendies and stuff. I mean, they're making, these people are making quality products. We'll see when the dust settles who's left. But look, I'm not out here to be like, oh, I'm going to be in competition with you, or, oh, I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here to just provide a quality product for something that I'm extremely passionate about. And I don't know if you see this entire room. You can only see half of it. But I have stuff hanging around that needs to be protected. And I have so much on this side that needs to be protected. And if I already bought thousands of dollars of cases, as you can see, like actual legitimate cases. I can't spend thousands of dollars on fucking protectors. But I want a better option. So, and KWK had that option. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, you're doing the best work. You're doing some of the best work, and in this area, in this category. So I was on board from day one, and I wanted to provide something also to the wrestling figure community that is other than social media content, right? Because I mean, you can consume us, you can listen to our podcast. We're going to drop an awesome interview on Monday. I'm not going to tell you who it's with, but it'll be another Collector's Corner episode. Obviously, subscribe to the YouTube channel Uncensored every Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Instagram, Twitter, @SQDCircleFP. You could do all that. That's great. I don't make any money off of that. I'm not going to make a lot of money off of this, but I can give you a product that I know is going to be super, super freaking high quality, and that you guys have been waiting for, a really good quality product. That's not a figure. I'm not asking you to buy a figure. I'm asking you all to support us in a way that protects what you already have. So it's really an investment in your investment, right, Sean?
Yeah. I do agree with that, especially for the fact that I've tested, say, 3-4 different, sort of protector clamshells and whatnot, or even critic cases, and this is in terms of quality, and also the like I said, the whole thing. I mean, I'm not really good at describing things, as you can see, but you can see it for yourself. And this is something that is really, really done well. And I do hope that you guys will really, really like it when it finally hits the US.
Wonderful. Awesome. Dude, I mean,
and here's the thing. If these two lines do well, you know, the retro and also the AEW lines do well, I will be looking into other ones as well. And also it won't be just wrestling figure lines. So there can be other lines as well that I'll be looking at. Say for example, what's that? Oh, classic. Yes, that's definitely in the plan. Classic singles, double, triple packs I have all thought about, and also Hasbro style 2-packs or the Charlotte style 2-packs I've also been thinking about as well. So, it's these are all in the plan. So as long as the first two do well, then we'll be moving on to those as well.
Yeah. And it's all up to you all to also provide us with the feedback. Do you want protectors for your classic superstar figures? I know there aren't any out there, man. I know back in the day there are companies that have produced them, but I know everybody's really loving the classic superstars line right now, especially for those really scarce figures. You can't even find an acrylic that fits them half the time these days. You have to go to an LAJN kind of style. It doesn't fit. It kind of moves around in the box and all this stuff. If you do find an acrylic that fits a classic superstars figure. So we want to know what you want in acrylic, in a KWK figure body card, not in acrylic. Because
these are actually environmental friendly PET. So, you're not getting the ultra cheap PVC, what I call crap, mostly.
Yeah, and also PET, I believe, is used in food service as well. So their PET plastic, to my knowledge, is actually used in food because it doesn't leach, it doesn't stain over time as well. So is that correct? I believe that's correct, Sean, right?
I believe PET are more absorbable for the environment, so they won't damage the environment as bad in a way in comparison to something like PVC.
Yeah.
PVC is way more acidic, so when I talked to the factory, I said to them, no, I don't want PVC. Straight up, and they were like, well, PVC is going to be cheaper, and I said, here's the thing: if I want something cheaper, I wouldn't be making this right now.
Yeah.
So I say if I want PVC, then I wouldn't be thinking about doing this at all.
Yep. And
they were like, well, it's your call. It's going to cost you. The molding cost was a lot higher in comparison to using PVC. I'm going to show you guys something.
Oh, there's the cat. There's one of them.
Yeah, that's my dumbest cat. Okay. His name is Loki.
There you go. Loki.
He decided to walk over here, so I'm like, why not? Let's show you guys this.
Of course, he wanted a little lovin' from KWK.
He really gave me a lot of headaches. No, bye.
Well, hey, the obligatory cat on the YouTube channel is not a bad thing. Let's just put it that way. Everybody's going to be like, oh, it's so cute. So, hey, I love it. I mean, that's great. But getting back, yes, the PET plastic will be so much better, guys, all around. I'm telling you, it's just a better plastic all around. And
they are stronger as well.
Yes.
And mind you, the cases, in terms of the thickness, is probably some of the thickest out there. You're talking about the 9 mm thick PET. A lot of them out there are 5 mm, a 5 mm, and this is 9 mm.
Yes.
So almost double the thickness.
With
And
the UV protection.
That's why they're so durable as well.
With the UV protection too.
Yeah.
So
initially, I pushed for anti-scratching, but if I was going to put the anti-scratching materials into the PET as well, it will make it so brittle that it will break. So that's why it wasn't part of it. But the PET itself is already pretty durable in terms of dealing with scratch.
Okay. So you get somewhat of scratch resistant there as well. And hey, look, Sean did all this research. KWK did all this research. I mean, you know, anti-scratch coating and UV protection and glasses and stuff. How much do the glass lenses cost you? You know, obviously they are glass. It's a different thing. But when I really think people are going to be surprised at the price of these when it's all said and done. But you have to understand that you're getting the best quality for this particular item. You're getting the best quality for the price, bar none. I believe it. And I have a lot of, look, I'm an acrylic guy. I have a lot of, but look at, I got acrylic cases that are bigger than the card and they're bulky, and then half of them don't match up with the other ones I have because I can't find a consistent supplier that sells me them at a good price. So it's all over the place with this stuff, you know?
Right.
You want to get something that's uniform. You want to find something that's consistent. You want to find something that's available, and it will be at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast shop. And again, like I said, I'm pretty sure we can launch this in January. I don't want to say any dates, but I'm pretty sure January. I'll get the actual final product for pictures sometime next week or before Christmas. But we're going to be ready to roll. We'll put the pre-orders up, and we hope you all just enjoy these KWK figure bodyguards. Sean's like, all right, I got to go to sleep before I go to work.
Actually, I got to leave the house pretty soon.
Yeah, so we're going to end this live stream today, guys. I want to thank so many of you who are participating here. I hope more people can get in the chats. That we would love more people to get in the chats. So please come on. If I have to switch the time, I'd like to keep it Fridays, but if I have to switch the time up to 8 o'clock, I can do that as well. Fabulous Disaster. Thank you, Barbara, Camilla. Thank you so much for joining along tonight in the chat. This will be posted, obviously, on our YouTube channel, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. Sean, thank you so much for coming on. Please let everybody know where they can find you on all your social media platforms before I
you can find me on KWK, Kayfabe Wrestling Collector with the K, on Facebook. That's my page. And also you can look for me on KWK _Sean, SHAWN.
Awesome, Sean. And again, you can find KWK Figure Bodyguards in the new year 2022 at our shop, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast shop. It's www.sqdcircleafp.com. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at sqdcircleafp. Please, please, if you liked this video, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. I believe we're almost at 200 subscribers, which is really awesome. I thank so much to everybody that has subscribed. And please hit a like button on this if you do like everything here. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Happy Friday, Figure Friday, here at the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast. Remember, the Squared Circle Action Figure Podcast is the gold standard in wrestling figure collecting. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
All right.